In 2024, we plan to achieve our financial independence dreams, and for us, part of that dream is geo-arbitraging our way around the world. Today, we're going to talk about how we plan to do it and maybe some tips that you can use along your journey as well.
Hello and welcome back. And the first thing that I wanted to clarify right away, what is the concept of geo-arbitrage, which basically means when you move from one place to another one, and this new place that you're gonna live, hopefully it is gonna have a lower cost of living compared to the one that you are living now. Guess what is gonna happen? On today's video, I'm gonna share with you all the preparation that you are doing for geo-arbitrage, on how we plan to use, and some of the tools that we are considering now, which is gonna help us by the time that we stop working in 2024. As of today, we are 253 days away.
And at the end, we're gonna go over a few pros and cons of geo-arbitrage.
There we go.
Yeah, so for us in our case, and which may not be the same for everybody, we're planning on traveling the world. So we're going to geo-arbitrage our way around to different, mostly low cost of living countries to try and minimize our spend. And that means getting rid of all of our stuff. We have a house in Toronto, so we need to get rid of furniture and clothes and mementos and all this kind of stuff. So that's the first thing that we're really trying to organize. And in your case, perhaps it's finding a remote job that's going to allow you to move to a lower cost of living city in your province or in your state, or a lower cost of living province or country. So these are other options and things that you need to start getting ready if you're planning or thinking of using geo-arbitrage to save money. Because if you can save money on your basic living costs, you can save that money, and by saving it, you can reach your financial independence goals a lot quicker.
100%. If I can give you a tip, don't wait until the last minute to start getting rid of your stuff. You know, start thinking about that, but don't wait until the last minute, because it's gonna be stressful. So try to avoid, the stress as much as you can in the beginning.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, and it's not just about getting rid of stuff as well. A lot of that planning is going to be organizing your bank accounts, your insurance that you need to travel with, all of this kind of stuff. So don't leave it, like Jean said, it's not something that can be left to the end. If this is something that you think you might want to do, you really need to prepare ahead of time.
If you have been following our journey to financial independence, we bought a condo in Brazil back in 2019. So this is one of the places that we are going to be using as part of our plan, because Brazil has definitely a cost of living lower than Toronto.
Oh, way lower.
Way lower.
And we've already paid off that condo. So that's going to be a huge saving every month, that we have a place where our rental expenses every month is extremely low. And that's one of your largest expenses for living, really, anywhere.
Yeah, it doesn't mean that we are going to live the rest of our lives in Brazil in João Pessoa. No, we wanted to have as a base in something, you know what, I want to go to Switzerland. And we know that the cost of living in Switzerland is higher than the cost of living in João Pessoa. So we can always balance that, and as a result,
spend a few more months in João Pessoa, save a little bit of extra cash to be able to go and do some of those higher cost of living places. Or, God forbid, another global emergency happens, we have a place that we can go to that has a lower cost of living, so that at the end of the day, that $60,000 budget that we have for living each year won't get destroyed.
Yes. Another note, if you have, so how do you guys get up to $60,000? Take a look at the dividend playlist that we have. We have been sharing every month what is the amount of the dividend income that we have been receiving since we started our journey back in 2019.
Yeah. A couple websites that are really helpful if you're trying to source out your numbers is Numbeo.com, and you can put in the city that you currently live in and the city that you're looking to move to, or the country that you're looking to move to, and it'll really show you how much of a difference there is in a lot of those major categories: rent, food, alcohol, partying, restaurants, all that kind of stuff, right? So it's all there. Take it with a grain of salt. A lot of those numbers are entered by individuals, so kind of go outside of those websites as well to get a little bit of a better understanding. But that's one that'll give you an overall general cost of living. So another website, that rental cost of or rental category that we spoke about, another really good way to get an idea of how much something's going to cost for a month living somewhere is just Airbnb. I mean, we've all heard of it. We've probably all used it at some point to book some sort of a vacation rental. But it's a good place to go just to see what a ballpark figure would be for monthly rent somewhere.
If I may give you another tip is go to Airbnb, you know, even if you are not planning to go next month, go and search for one of the properties that you like and see what is the price range that you have from those properties. And you can see that if you decided to rent this place for 5 days, it is going to cost you X. But if you stay for a longer period, you're going to end up paying, you know,
yeah, and that's
even
part
less.
of our geo-arbitrage philosophy is we're moving to all these different places around the world, but it's not going to be a 4-day stay. It's a month-long or 2-month-long stay in most places, and have a central base that we can kind of branch out and visit some different places. Because the slower you move and the longer you stay, the cheaper your travel experience is. Just a few quick comparisons to kind of show you what the Numbeo site gives you. We're going to show you a comparison between Toronto versus Seville, Spain. You don't have to move to a country where you think might be unsafe in order to be able to geo-arbitrage your life. Yes, there's a different language, so if you're willing and open to learning a new language, this can be an exciting adventure. But as you can see, the cost of living in Toronto versus the cost of living in Seville is significantly different in the majority of those categories.
Yeah, another one is Toronto and Palermo in Italy. Again, the same thing. It doesn't mean that you have to stay all the time in Palermo. It's just a place
Like
that
a
you
base.
can go from there and, you know, use the train and start exploring the other cities, but with the same, you know, mentality. And guess what? Me amigos from Mexico, from Toronto to Querétaro in Mexico, which is in the central part of Mexico.
One of my favorite places on this earth too, by the way.
Christine lived there. So
It's a great city, but again, you can see how very different the prices really are and how much you can really save. So if you have that ability to be able to travel all these different places and live and work, you can start to really see how your money is going to go much farther.
yeah, I think that you can see me properly now. We don't even need the
I know, the
There
sun
we
went
go.
in and now it's a little dark.
Let's talk about the pros and cons of geo-arbitrage.
So the pros, obviously, for us in our mind, the pros are we're going to get to see the world. We're going to get to see all these lovely places that we've only really dreamed about or seen on Instagram and really experience them. At the same point, we're saving money because we're not living in Toronto, which is a very expensive place to live.
Another pro is the lower cost of living, as we did mention before. It's going to allow us to go and explore other places in the globe where the cost of living is higher, maybe even higher than Toronto. So we have to find the balance.
Yeah. But a big con is, in my case, my family is, and our friend group is still here in the Toronto area. So we're going to be leaving behind the ability to just pick up and go and visit my father and my aunts and uncles and cousins. We're still coming back to visit. We're not leaving for good. We're still coming to visit. But Jean has been geo-arbitraging for a while.
Yeah.
Granted, the other way around. But we want to spend some time with his family too, and we want to see the world. So it's a bit of a trade-off. We're still coming back to visit, but we won't be as conveniently located as we may be.
Yes. So to summarize, why are we doing geo-arbitrage?
Well, we have a limited budget, right? In our FIRE plan, we were able to achieve, or hope to achieve, $60,000 a year in dividend income. And it's a pretty fixed amount. Dividends, they do increase, but generally not extravagantly. So we have to stay within this budget, but we also want to travel. We also want to see the world and live a life that we've always been dreaming of living. And geo-arbitrage is really going to allow us to do that.
Yeah, and then like the good thing about it that you can stay for a place that you really love, and then you know what, this is where I'm gonna, you know, have my base now for a longer period of time. We wanted to explore the world, we wanted to explore and visit cities across the globe, but we can always come back. I mean,
And maybe we'll find a new place that we want to spend the rest
Yeah.
of it.
Do you have a place out? It's got to be outside Canada. Do you have a place that you recommend us to go and visit? Share in the comments below, because we wanted to explore the world and we want to see what's going on.
Yeah.
We'd love to hear what you have to say in places that we should go and visit.
Yeah, we want all those hidden gems that
Yes.
nobody normally sees.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, baby.
Yeah. So that's it. Those are our plans to use geo-arbitrage in order to save money and fund our financial independence dream.
Yeah.
Geo-arbitrage for you may not be traveling the world, but it may be moving to a lower cost of living city. So good luck. We hope that this video is somewhat helpful and explained a little bit of our future plans, and we're going to take you along with us just to show you the true cost of geo-arbitraging your way around the world.
Thank you for letting us part. Thank you. I mean, it's just the mosquitoes
are
up
getting
here.
them. Well, that's a plant.
Things that we do, you know, to make good, to bring some good content to you. If you like that, don't forget to like it so you know that we are bringing what you guys are expecting. Thank you for letting us be part of your journey, and I hope that you have a wonderful day, and we'll see you in our next video.
Take care, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
And on today's video, I have to talk to him. I don't know how many times I have said this, but on today's video, we're gonna take all the preparation, not tech.
Like we spoke about before, rent are going to be our biggest. Let me just move this way a little bit because the light's coming right on my face. Do we need to move this? Turn this a little bit. This way. There. Now we can move over here.
Where?
Just over a little bit, so we're centered.
But it's not. Keep walking. Okay. Oh, look what happened.
Did it fall?
No, but it...
Oh. That'll be a good blooper.